What this police dog found after a little girl spoke shocked everyone. The morning began like any other until a small, trembling voice changed everything, and no one listening that day would ever forget what followed. In a quiet corner of the city, where routine patrols rarely turned into miracles, a police dog lowered his head, sniffed the ground, and uncovered a truth so heavy it stopped trained officers in their tracks. It all started with a little girl who spoke just a few words, words that carried fear, hope, and a courage far beyond her years, and those words set into motion a chain of events that would leave an entire community stunned and forever changed. Before we go any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of doing the right thing even when it is hard, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keep stories like this alive. The little girl stood near the edge of the park, clutching a worn-out stuffed animal to her chest as if it were the only thing anchoring her to the world. She was small for her age, with tired eyes that suggested she had seen more than she should have. Most people passed her without noticing, assuming she was waiting for a parent or lost in her own imagination. But one officer noticed the way she kept glancing toward the trees, the way her body stiffened whenever footsteps approached from behind. Something was wrong, and instinct told him not to ignore it. The police dog beside him was a seasoned K9, trained through years of discipline, reward, and trust. He had tracked criminals through alleyways, found missing people in storms, and detected danger where humans saw nothing. That morning, however, he was unusually alert, ears twitching, nose catching scents the rest of the world could not sense. The dog circled slowly, pulling slightly at the leash, as if drawn by something unseen. The officer tried to calm him, assuming it was just another false signal, until the little girl finally gathered the courage to speak. Her words were soft and broken, almost lost to the wind, but they carried a weight that hit harder than any shout. She said she thought something was wrong near the old shed behind the trees, that she heard noises at night, and felt scared walking past it. She did not accuse anyone, did not cry for attention. She simply shared a fear she could no longer carry alone. The officer knelt down to her level, listening carefully, noticing the relief on her face just from being heard. He decided to investigate, more to reassure her than expecting to find anything real. As they moved toward the trees, the atmosphere shifted. The park seemed quieter, the air heavier, as though it knew something was about to be revealed. The police dog's behavior changed instantly. His movements became focused, deliberate. His nose stayed low, tracing a path invisible to human eyes. Every few steps he paused, then pulled forward again with renewed determination. The officer's heart began to race, not with fear, but with the awareness that this was no ordinary search. The shed came into view, old and rusted, its paint peeling like forgotten memories. It looked harmless, abandoned, the kind of place people stopped noticing years ago. But the dog stopped abruptly, muscles tense, eyes fixed. He circled the shed, sniffing intensely at the ground, the door, the cracks in the wood. Then he sat down sharply, the trained signal that meant he had found something important. The officer felt a chill run through him. This was no mistake. Backup was called, and the little girl was gently led away, though she kept looking back, as if she already knew her words had mattered. When the officers opened the shed, what they found shocked everyone present. Hidden beneath layers of debris and darkness was evidence of a crime that had gone unnoticed for far too long. It was not just objects or clues, but proof of suffering, of someone crying out silently while the world went on. The police dog had done what he was trained to do, but it was the child's courage that had guided him there. As the reality sank in, the officers felt a mixture of anger, sadness, and responsibility. How close they had come to missing it. How many days, weeks, or even months this could have continued if one small voice had not spoken up. The little girl, who had seemed so fragile, suddenly became the strongest person in the park that day. Her fear had not stopped her. It had pushed her to act. News of the discovery spread quickly, rippling through the community. People were shocked, not only by what was found, but by how easily it had been overlooked. The shed had always been there. The signs had always been there. But it took a child's honesty and a dog's loyalty to bring the truth into the light. The police dog was praised as a hero, patted and rewarded, yet those closest to the case knew that heroes sometimes come in unexpected forms. The little girl was reunited with a sense of safety she had been missing for a long time. She received support, care, and reassurance that her feelings were valid and her voice was powerful. For the first time in days, maybe weeks, she slept peacefully, knowing she had done the right thing. The officer who first listened to her carried the moment with him, a reminder that policing was not just about rules and force, but about listening, believing, and protecting the vulnerable. The police dog, resting after a long day, seemed calmer than usual, as if aware that his work had meant more than just another successful search. He had been part of something bigger, something human. He had followed his training, yes, but also the instinct to trust the quiet signals of the world around him, including the voice of a child. As time passed, the park felt different, lighter. Parents watched their children play with renewed awareness. Neighbors spoke to each other more, checked in more often, listened a little closer. One brave moment had changed the atmosphere of an entire place. It reminded everyone that evil often hides in plain sight, but so does courage. If this story has touched your heart, if it has reminded you of the importance of listening, protecting, and believing in one another, please take a moment now to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement helps these stories reach people who may need hope more than we realize. And before this story ends, we have one special request. Please leave a comment sharing what this story made you feel or who it reminded you of. Your words matter more than you think. In the end, what the police dog found was not just hidden evidence beneath a broken shed. He found the truth behind a child's fear, the proof that courage can come from the smallest hearts, and the reminder that when we listen and act with compassion, lives can be changed. That day, a little girl spoke, a dog listened, and the world became just a little safer because of it.